For graduating senior Monty Hardware, Saturday night's game against Laurier will be his last in a Lancers uniform at the St. Denis Centre. That's because the OUA changed its playoff format this season. The winner of Saturday's game will move on to a Final Four tournament next weekend at McMaster.
Yeah, Saturday is very important. I'm trying not to make it too emotional, not to think too much about it.
Hardware has been a student of the game in his 5 years at the university. He learned things in his first year that he is now implementing into his routine.
Back in my first year, I used to show up to practice. I'd be like, oh, Steer, Ryan Steer. He's in his fifth year. I'd be like, why you guys stretch? You don't know how to stretch, And they're like, oh, don't worry. You'll find out when you're an old dog like us, this, that. And I'll be like, oh, it'll never happen. But now before practices, I need at least 10, 15 minutes stretching.
You kind of look back and go, I guess they were right up.
Yeah, they're right. And they laughed today. I talked to Greg Allen. It's like, yep, I told you. I'm like, oh, I just didn't believe you.
Now a senior and a leader on this year's team, Hardware hopes that his younger teammates believe what he has to say heading into this weekend's big playoff game against Laurier.
This week, I'm just trying to let guys know that how important this game is and you don't want to go home.
Hardware knows that feeling all too well. In 2007, the Lancers won the OUA title. In 2008, they were favored to beat Western in their first playoff game, but ended up losing and left the St. Denis Centre shocked.
And before you know it, you're in the locker room and you're like, what just happened? So I'm trying to tell them before, you don't want that feeling, trust me.
For him, Isaac, and Andre, I mean, this is their last chance playing basketball for this university. So, I know they want to get to nationals and they want to do some damage when they get there. So, it starts with this game Saturday.
Bob Belichico, A News.